here with El Bamboo and Hayden Kentish. Ring that bell as we get underway. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our semi-main event. It is worth noting that both of our semi-main and our main event are both for some prestigious championships here at SoCal Pro. Again, Hayden is going to do every single thing he can to possibly get into the head of El Bamboo, but of course this is not going to be a very easy task by any means. Somebody always has to take the most aggressive role here in any wrestling contest. Doesn't matter how well favored they are with the crowd, and that is going to be on the shoulders today of the Wild Jamaicans. You got to figure they have to be a little bit more aggressive, as they don't have anything to lose if they do not win this match. They are no worse going out as they are coming in. However, the Lucha Kings definitely have a lot on the line, as they need to keep not only their reputation but also their championship belts, where they were able to keep on their waist all the way out through their entire Japanese tour.
Well, you talk about aggression, and the Wild Jamaicans were brought from Jamaica by Alpha, the Wild Samoan. It's hard to find more aggression than that.
And if that wasn't enough, obviously gracing their presence also was Booker T, trained also out of Santino Brothers in Southern California. El Bamboo going up to his feet, big crossbody, perhaps the Elita. Down goes Hayden Kentish, running out of big sweep to the legs, into the cover. Not quite all of it there. Big sweep to Bamboo, into the cover. Not quite all of it there either. Both men back on their feet, and listen to this crowd give their appreciation.
And the way that Bamboo moves, it's just like a superhero. You saw him waving the finger for the arm drag attempt. You have to try a lot harder than just an arm drag to get one over on the Lucha Kings, as now El Rey enters the fray.
And this crowd has not wavered. They have not swindled. They have not dwindled their support. Lucha Kings haven't been here for a solid 2 months. Still, this crowd is absolutely 100% behind these two young men from Tijuana.
They know that they've been overseas. That's why we haven't seen them in the past couple months, honing their craft. Honing their craft in Japan.
Anthony Kentish seems to have a little bit more of luck in there with El Rey. Not quite getting all of that chop that his brother Hayden did with Bamboo. And that's how you do it. El Rey now knife edge chop to the chest of Anthony Kentish. Perhaps sending him into the buckle. Big reversal there. In goes El Rey up to the top. What is this here? Big high crossbody. As El Rey goes into the pin, only a count of 2. Again, this crowd ever so obviously behind the Lucha Kings. Very few have ever been able to electrify a crowd quite like the Lucha Kings does. Wow, big boot and a line at the exact same time.
Very few people, very few teams, anybody has been so consistently tearing the house down with match of the night candidates like the Lucha Kings. It's hard to, it's hard not to see why the crowd is so electrified by these two.
Big knee to the face goes El Rey, followed up by a line by Bamboo. Down goes Hayden Kentish, big knees, and big. Doi followed in as Bamboo now on top.
Machine gun-like offense of the Lucha Kings. It's very hard to get the upper hand when you have consistent knees to the face, like Hayden just had.
Anthony Kentish going up, landing on his feet as the Wild Jamaicans double team now. Nice chop in tandem. Nice double leg drop. Down goes the Wild Jamaicans. Big, beautiful assisted moonsault.
Anthony providing the base for his brother Hayden. And you can tell that they're brothers. They have that almost telekinetic link between the two of them. They barely need to communicate at all. They're just on the same page inherently.
Tag team wrestling is absolutely dependent on your chemistry. The Lucha Kings have plenty of it, but if anybody can match the chemistry of the Lucha Kings, it's brothers like this, although not in a very precarious or not in a very advantageous position at this point. Oh my goodness, I spoke too soon. As this match goes back and forth, the Wild Jamaicans now back on top of this tag team championship contest.
We've seen the Lucha Kings perform that double team move so often that it appears that the Wild Jamaicans have scouted them out. And it'll be very interesting to see if that know-how translates to the victory, and you saying the words "and new" after this match.
That would be an absolute upset. I will tell you that the Lucha Kings have held on to these championships, I want to say over a year at this point. They have not yet been vested for those belts. And who's to say that the Wild Jamaicans couldn't do it? I will say that every time the Lucha Kings take on a new opponent or a new set of opponents, people are coming closer and closer. I will say the Wild Jamaicans are definitely in line to perhaps take those belts away from the Lucha Kings. Anthony Kentish now on top. Big, again, knife-edge chop to the chest of Bamboo, tagged into Hayden.
And we've seen that knife-edge chop all night. Knife-edge chop, not something that's going to win you the match, but it's something that's going to wear down the opponent and absolutely make you think twice about getting up again when you feel that searing pain on your chest.
I don't know if you saw that, but there was appeared to be a spit in the face and a paintbrush on the face of El Rey. Oh, now distracting the referee again to the detriment as the Wild Jamaicans, look at this now. Having the respect of the crowd was very short-lived as Hayden is now in there. His brother Anthony onto the outside. And it would be foolish to assume that that was anything less than a little bit scummy, in my opinion.
Definitely a little bit scummy, but definitely got to do what you got to do, I guess, if you want to walk out with the SoCal Pro Tag Team Championships.
When championships are on the line. Wow, oh my goodness. Nearly anything. And speaking of which, into the cover now. 2.
Oh God, I was worried after that angle. It almost looked like Bamboo didn't have a head anymore after that kick.
And speaking of doing anything, ladies and gentlemen, still to come, our very next event will be career versus title, as Judiz could be facing his very last moments here at SoCal Pro. It's go big or go home. That is coming up in our very next contest. It's going to be difficult to follow this up, but if anybody can do it, it will be the Black Rose and the ass-kicking machine.
You want to talk about go big or go home? It looks like we're going to see a double superplex from the Wild Jamaicans onto Bamboo.
No, as well, Jamaicans get pushed off by Bamboo. Bamboo now up the top. Double cross body, taking the head off nearly of Anthony and Hayden Kentish. Going in for the double line, duck that, onto the top again. Big, beautiful double cutter. As Bamboo, all he needs to do is get that strength to tag in his partner.
Tag in the partner, cover, do something, but all he's done is just sit there. He took a huge fall from that cutter. Like you said, go big, go home. This is SoCal Pro Wrestling, title versus career.
As all 4 men, or as 3 of the 4 men are now down, everything is going to depend on the ability to make that tag, and he gets it in. El Rey comes in. Down goes Hayden, down goes Anthony, and down goes Hayden again, perhaps. Big tilt-a-whirl, back body drop, or backbreaker, another backbreaker. It's lost.
It's happening so fast you can barely keep up. El Rey is a house of fire in there.
El Rey comes back, big, beautiful double elite as both men go down. El Rey, listen to this crowd following behind. It's hard to even hear yourself think.
What?
El Rey now, all he has to do is capitalize on everything he has just done. Picking up Hayden, bringing him back down to the buckles. What are we going to see here?
Big knife as chop, but you saw El Rey looking behind him. It looks like he's setting himself up for something big.
Fireman carry into the slam, into the cover. Only a count of 2 is, look at that, but 2.5. If Anthony Kentish didn't come in there and save his brother, we very well have seen the Lucha Kings victorious here tonight.
And You hear the crowd chanting, Trace, Trace. They think it was 3. They think that our referee, just in case, absolutely was counting a little bit slow there.
Oh my goodness, a big knee to the face, and then a boot to the face, an elbow to the face, another boot to the face. As we are seeing so many shots to the face. Down goes El Rey. Into the roll-up now. Big double stop onto Hayden. Entish catches the big boot to the face. Turning around here, big trouble here, missing the line. Up he goes, big power slam. As El Rey gets the better of that one, all 4 men down, and these fans have gone bananas here at SoCal Pro in Vista.
I'm sorry, I have to clean out my ears from that cannon fire of those bombs that were just hit by the 4 men in the ring right now.
Listen to the crowd, they are chanting, "This is awesome." As always, SoCal Pro does everything they can to give you the best possible show ever, thanks to the skills, the tenacity, the absolute fortitude of young men like these 4. An incredible contest, a formidable match, an absolute amazing event. Ladies and gentlemen, you will never get anything quite like SoCal Pro.
You'll never get anything quite like SoCal Pro, and you'll never see anything quite like our SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Kings, as they've got Hayden in a very precarious position.
Oh my goodness.
A huge backstabber from that Tower of Doom.
While Jamaicans now back on top. Oh my goodness, that is a very unique move. This could be over. Into the count, 2. Only a count of 2. Bamboo barely making that save.
And it seems that our fans can't even get it straight. Some are chanting Trace, some are chanting Dose, but all I know is I wanted this to keep continuing.
Unquestionably one of the most exciting tag team championships we've ever seen here at SoCal Pro.
Mas por favor.
In tandem, both boots to the face as the Lucha Kings go back into the corners. Big lines, knees, boots, roll-ups, big cutters in tandem. Down go the wild Jamaicans. Hayden now in trouble. And if they hit this is over, as Hayden is in no man's land on top of the shoulders.
Huge cutter from almost 8 feet in the air.
All he's got to do is make the cutter